One thing, there's basically one thing you can do to really increase your media literacy, and I'm not gonna make you wait until the end of the video. It's basically trying to prove yourself wrong. I'm gonna go over what that means. So, when it comes to social media, the news, there's a word that comes up a lot, and it's bias. Bias is not your enemy. What should be your enemy is lack of transparency. What do I mean by this? What's very, very, very important when it comes to learning things from a source, whether it be a scientist, a creator, a journalist, it doesn't matter. It's, do they know their biases? Because everyone has biases. Everyone. Even if I was to present information in a neutral manner, which information I chose to portray is important. For any kind of situation, I could choose to portray certain facts and not others, so that although I present information in a neutral manner, it still ends up saying what I want it to say. Neutrality is not talking calmly and not saying your opinion overtly. Neutrality is very much more complicated than that. And so you're never neutral. Just the choice of what you choose to present to your audience is already a choice that's biased. And so, does your source know their biases? Do they show them? I am left-wing. I don't try to hide it. I think that you should take this into consideration when watching my videos. That's a bias that I am aware of and that I just display because it should be something that you know. But a lot of, again, journalists, creators aren't overt with that. They basically tell you that they are neutral, so you don't need to know their biases because it doesn't matter, because they just show you the facts. But then the choices of the facts that they choose to present you is biased, and so they hide their biases behind this superficial display of neutrality. So basically, what do you need to do to increase your media literacy? I'm not gonna ask you to stop listening to certain people you listen to or to stop going on social media. Just do this one thing. Try to prove something that a creator you respect says wrong. Try to prove it wrong. Try to prove yourself wrong. You might think this is really stupid, but it's not. Why? There were people that I listened to over the years that ended up not being people that I should listen to, because oftentimes they would give information that was really opinions that they had, but they would present it as factual information, and they would do this over and over and over. And so my worldview was constructed from facts that I heard from them that I didn't really have the political knowledge and media literacy to be able to pick apart and prove wrong. I didn't have the experience. So one of those figures was Jordan Peterson. I listened to a lot of Jordan Peterson, hundreds of hours, easily. And one day I came across a video by a Bloodborne streamer, Vosh, that debunks a lot of Jordan Peterson's ideas. But he did it in a way where he didn't try to make a weak argument for what Jordan Peterson was saying. He basically tried to make the strongest argument and the most true argument of what he was saying, so that any Jordan Peterson viewer would come in, know that their arguments were being rightly presented, and then Vosh would proceed to basically explain why these arguments were wrong, and often why Jordan Peterson's ideas were completely nonsensical. And this was not easy. Basically realizing that a huge figure that I listened to for a long time, years, to realize that they were wrong, and not only wrong, that they were basically lying, was very difficult emotionally. But I knew it was necessary because I couldn't build my worldview on the ideas of someone who was very clearly lying, or at least not telling the truth. Once I knew that a lot of Jordan Peterson's ideas were just garbage, I couldn't just ignore that. And I feel that a lot of people don't try to prove themselves wrong because I don't think it was actually an idea that was ever presented to them. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you come across a tweet from someone that you like, or a video, or anything, just take one argument, one thing, and it can even be a word. Like, for example, the word liberal wrong is used a lot, but barely anyone knows what it actually means. Take this one thing and just look it up. I recommend, of course, Wikipedia, AP News, things like that, or Reuters. In the end, what you should remember is try to prove yourself wrong. Try to prove something that someone says that you respect wrong. Try to take an information that they say, something you would just take in normally and just think, this is a truth I believe in now, and just try to investigate it. And if that turns out to be wrong, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, is the person I'm listening to aware of their biases? If they are, or if they aren't, are they telling me their biases? Is it obvious? Vosh is very left-wing, and it's not something that he hides. Jordan Peterson was, and is more now, right-wing, but he never really said that. He never admitted it, and I don't think that's good. So yeah, prove yourself wrong. It's good. See ya.